on the story of a 3-year-old boy who has died after a shelf allegedly collapsed onto him at a Bedfordview kindergarten, and the family is demanding answers. Tumaole Mohlaoli is standing by to speak to the grandfather of the little boy. Tumaole, it's over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Dudu, and it's quite a tragic story, and we're going to get the details. We've just arrived on the scene not long ago, and unfortunately what the kindergarten itself, in terms of its management, said is that they won't be able to speak to us, and they will issue a statement in due course. We have been allowed access onto the premises, but I'm just going to step out of shot so that my colleague Kganya can give you a scene of what's happening. You could see that there's even police vehicles on the scene, as well as vehicles belonging to the relatives, as well as other people, linked to this story. You could see that people have been arriving, and as the news broke of the little 3-year-old's, untimely and very tragic passing. What the circumstances behind that passing are, we are yet to find out. However, let us hear from, of course, the grandfather of the little toddler. That will be Date Maurice Kgatere. Date Kgatere, thanks for speaking to us on Newzroom Afrika. Very tragic news that has befallen the family. What happened, and can you talk us through when you found out the news, and what were the circumstances behind this tragic passing?
We still lost, and in fact we are in such pain and grief, and to lose our 3-year-old grandson. I'm standing here with my brother. It's just, the story is not clear. That's really the problem. When we arrived here, we asked for a principal. They said the principal is not here. We're getting a lot of conflicting story of how a 3-year-old could have died in a preschool. When you send your child to a preschool, you really send him from a safe place of safety. You expect the protection and the care to happen. The story we're hearing is that he was playing next to a cupboard, and then the cupboard fell on him. And when I arrived at the scene here, there was blood all over the floor. Blood as if almost like someone who was hacked, And so we don't know now. And really the critical issue for me is, and for us as a family, as you can see, all of us are grieving here, is what happened. We've asked for the CCTV just to see for ourselves, because the stories are just conflicting, and we've been denied now, and so we will not as a family rest until we really find out what happened.
Well, when you say you've been denied, that's quite unsettling. How can you be denied when you are asking just for information about what happened? What reasons are you being given for being denied access to even look at the footage and to understand what happened leading up to this very tragic and unfortunate incident?
3 hours ago when we came here, we asked for the footage. They said it's load shedding. We said we'll wait until 2 o'clock, and it's off after 2 now. And when we want to go to now see the footage, there's police, and they've cordoned off the place. They say now the whole crime scene is cut off from us, even as parents, which is it's
very difficult, and I'm sorry for your loss. And if I can just put in one more question, you say the police are saying it's a crime scene, it's now cordoned off. As a family, what would you like to see happen? Are you looking for criminal charges to be pressed from your side? What would you like to see happen? It's still quite early. I just want to get a sense of where you'd like to see things go in terms of justice.
We want thorough investigation, detailed, thorough investigation that will come up with the conclusion that is credible, and based on that conclusion, then we'll be able to comment in terms of what form of justice needs to be taken. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That is, of course, the grieving grandfather there, and Tate Maurice Khatebe, saying that they want information. The family, decrying the fact that there seems to be a blackout in terms of information, in terms of details, in terms of CCTV footage from the facility, which will detail what actually transpired leading up to that tragic death of the 3-year-old toddler. Of course, police are on the scene right now, and they are continuing with their investigations as well. So we'll continue to watch this story and bring you the developments as and when they happen. But we did, and by we I mean, of course, I'm here with my colleague Kganya Mokgele, and we tried to get a word edgewise with the creche itself, or the kindergarten, to see if they would be willing to speak, to give their side of the story, or at least give a statement. They said a statement will be issued out in due course. However, the communications team from the facility here said that they will not go on camera at this particular stage because police are on scene and investigations are continuing. So we will look out for that statement to see what their side is. But from the family side, certainly quite harrowing and quite tragic in terms of how they're feeling, and quite in shock as they're dealing with the news of the passing that just happened just a few hours ago. So that's the latest from where we are right now in terms of that story. We'll continue to keep an eye on it and bring you those developments as and when they happen. It's back to you in the studio, Dudu.
Tumaole Mohlaoli, thank you.